Australia's economy is facing quite the slowdown.
Victims of a catastrophic federal government failure will now be eligible for hundreds of millions of dollars in compensation following the biggest class action lawsuit in Australian history.
In Canberra's marble corridors, beneath portraits lined in gold, the Australian government crafted stories polished bold. But behind those practiced speeches, behind Parliament's grand flair, they built machines of cruelty and called it welfare. Robodebt letters thundered, cold demands for phantom sums, a scheme the politicians knew would wound the weakest ones. Hundreds of thousands targeted by algorithms flawed, while ministers defended it like punishment from God. Families broke in silence, some never made it through, yet no one in the government paid the price for what they knew. A royal commission's verdict echoed what the nation felt. The Parliament had gambled with lives they barely knew or helped. They framed the poor as problems, as burdens of the state, while hiding every warning until it was too late. The cruelty wasn't accidental, it was written in the creed of politicians chasing surpluses while real people bleed. Then Parliament played favorites in the sports grand masquerade, where qualified communities were quietly betrayed. Color-coded spreadsheets showed whose seats were worth the spend. A government deciding where the marginal lines would bend. Clubs with perfect ratings were pushed aside with ease, while electorates of interest got the funding they would seize. They called it ministerial discretion, dressed it up as fair, but everyone in Australia saw political engineering there. Next came the car park rorts, a pre-election play. Dozens of promised projects announced to win the day. Most were mapped to government seats announced with stage delight, yet many never started once the cameras left the site. Parliament shrugged its shoulders, saying process was allowed, while everyday Australians felt deceived, ignored, disavowed. Oh, House of Hollow Deeds, where the Parliament stands tall, but integrity and honesty can barely stand at all. Politicians claim they're serving us, then weaponize our need, turning public trust to tinder, turning duty into greed. Where's the conscience? Where's the shame? Another scandal, different name. While they protect their power, we're the ones who bleed. Australia bears the hollow deed. Aged care told a story Parliament never wished to hear. Elders left in suffering, in filth, neglect, and fear. Reports screamed out for action, for urgency and change, but politicians answered with delays and rearranged. Waiting lists grew longer, families cried unheard, while ministers recited lines that blurred the every word. Regrettable, they called it, unfortunate, they sighed, ignoring that their choices shaped the pain that multiplied. The pattern was unmistakable, deny, deflect, delay, protect the party image and make the truth obey. Oversight bodies weakened, transparency declined, and Parliament perfected the art of keeping Australians blind. From procurement with no tender to mates appointed clean, From secretive decisions to reports kept unforeseen, the government in Canberra carved a culture deep and wide. A parliament where accountability is quietly set aside. Whistleblowers face courtrooms while wrongdoers got praise, protected by political and bureaucratic maze. Apologies in parliament came late and thin as air. Scripted words of sorrow with no real repair. This wasn't simply missteps or errors of the past. It was a government tradition, polished deep and vast. Policies became weapons, rhetoric became shield, and Parliament forgot the people it was sworn to build and yield. Australia, wide and ancient, deserves more than this charade, more than leaders chasing optics and power's fleeting shade. Oh, House of Hollow Deeds, your walls of Parliament ring with the echoes of decisions that cut the nation's wing. No spin can hide the damage, no slogan mask the cost. The trust of generations is the treasure you have lost. Where's the justice? Where's the change? Not just language rearranged, until truth outvotes ambition and greed no longer leads. We'll keep on singing loud and clear of every